Hello, everyone. This is a demo game of the Amazing Digital Circus. I'm checking out from right now. um, in my opinion, we have played a little bit of this. Just the first starting cinematic, though. Well, I'll show you. I get impressed with cinematics like this. It's crazy how cinematics are nowadays. You put on a dusty headset that had been sitting nearby an old computer to your surprise it still worked. No menu, no sound, no game selected. You had no idea what to expect. While waiting for the loading, you were surrounded by darkness. For a few seconds, you wonder if there's anything to play. And then you get flashbang. But as a static catches you off guard until the sound void suddenly flashes into a blinking light. I love the art style. Also, there's a rabbit there. Your vision comes to view. A moment later, a disoriented groan leaves your mouth. Well, okay. Barely are you trying to look past the spine blinding your vision, and as it gradually comes into focus, you find yourself immediately assaulted by an eye of perspective, bright blue, yellow, and red. And you find yourself standing in what resembles the inside of a giant circus tent. You stand in awe, staring at the floating cube, plastic tubes, and strangely stacked toy blocks when suddenly crack. A loud sound nearby sends you stumbling as a figure materializes from thin air. Well, but by my beloved and smack my soul area, if this isn't a new human, you had bumped into a sort of something that is now defying gravity right above you. You stare up at the massive pair of chompers with eyeballs, trying to understand just what it is you're looking at. Welcome to the Amazing Digital Circus. His voice booms out across the colorful backdrop. His spoken words appear in bold, colorful letters above him. Oh, I didn't read that. My name is Kanger, and I'm your ringmaster around here. I can tell you how delighted I am finally seeing a new face in my circus. Keeping the two mismatched eyes on you like glue, unblinking and unmoving. All you can do is stare in sudden silence as you attempt to catch up to all that is going on around you. Express caution and interest for the digital circus. Reach up and try to take off the headset. Oh, I have two options actually. That's kind of cool. I mean, I'm just gonna go along with it. I was trying to still make sense of everything in front of you. You decide to... Kane pops out his chest with a pride in his mouth, forming into what you can assume to be his vision of a smile. Your curiosity for the circus had him peering as if you'd given him some unspoken form of praise. I'm so glad you asked. There's so much to show you. His arms flail around in direction before looking back to you. The large eyes somehow having grown all the larger. By how shall I address you? You think for a moment and suddenly you realize you can't remember your own name. You anxiously start as you seem to have forgotten who you are. And no worries, I'll make sure to give you a name that goes according to that avatar of yours. He flourishes his cane, giving it a dizzying spin before pointing at your chest with it. try reaching up for the headset. He looks ecstatic, clicking his heels together in air where he was already floating. Wonderful, I promise you will have a great time here. I gotta show you around and we gotta give you a name. Weird. He stopped in place and upper jaw raised as if he just remembered something, an unreadable look across his face before his eyes spontaneously pointing in the opposite direction. Jumping jackhammers and all the hullabaloo, I've completely forgotten we were in the middle of a hardcore hide and seek game. We should start to ask, but cutting yourself off, he snaps his fingers. Oh, here's a board game! With his face on, materializing on nowhere, and falls to the ground. That's crazy. If you don't mind waiting for me for a bit, I'll be back with you in a moment. I promise, just don't go anywhere, okay? I want to be the one to show you around. I mean, little game for you to play in the meantime. See you around in a bit. Toodaloo. King vanishes. There is a deafening silence all around you. A quick look over your shoulder and you can see how big the place is. You could listen to Kane and wait for him, but there were also so many strange looking areas that caught your attention. Stay and play the board game. Go towards some big screen door. Walk towards the open vent on the wall. I say we just do what we want. I'm just gonna hit a save file real quick. I love these. I love when people do this. It gives me so many more options. Right in front of you, on a faraway wall, you spot what looks like an open vent and barely visible with a giant colorful cube block. From view, you walk towards it, worried that Kane might come back and find you, sneaking around the vents. Indeed, wide open as you thought. Big enough for a person to fit in. Had someone used it? Was it a game secret achievement? You ponder it for a minute, then reminding yourself that you are inside a game. You crouch inside to investigate. You've noticed the walls' texture flickering and holy cow, the detail. Jolting out in odd angles, forming in gaps within the vents. The gaps themselves are big enough to see. What lies beyond it is a white expanse. You guess that no one has tested this part of the map yet. It also seems rather dirty in here, with all the cobwebs and strange shapes, objects that also have faces. Perhaps why Kane didn't want you to explore. You peer through one of the holes and you get unraveling feeling that you are being watched. Suddenly something slithers in your peripheral as a multitude of eyes open and glare back at you from all directions, and all booming voices rumble through the vents. Another color character in the
I have ketchup.
Can you help? But you can't help but scream.
Oh, and I also
the
have
best
fire.
to act polite.
Ketchup and fire.
You try your very best to be polite, trying to diffuse this tension between you and this monster. You even compliment their lovely eyes, their many, many eyes. The creature's eyes narrow as it looks you up and down. You get the impression it's trying to figure you out in some way. You must be new here. I have not seen you around like the other things. What are... There's so many things I could ask, and there's so many directions. Like, look how many saves there are. There's like 9. There are 9. What is a... There are many wonderful children that specifically create they all have names, you know. Oh, there's Henry, Barry, Sarah, Tex, Jasmine. Clockman Queen proceeds to list on such a long list of names that you've gone out as the Clockman is listing off the names. You slowly crawl away. Actually, that worked out so well. You climb down carefully out of the vent onto a soft carpet below. The sound of rumbling emanates from the vents. Whatever the creature was, you're glad you didn't make it mad. You look around to find you bearing. It seems you're in a shabby-looking hallway past the prime. Muck and grim stain the walls as the wallpaper peels away, revealing strange blinking eyes. You try not to acknowledge them. Instead, you wander the hallways, locked door lining up either side, each one adornment with funny-looking characters is staring to feel more like a hotel for cartoons than a circus. A thought crosses your mind, though. Why are there so many doors with a red X on them? The question presses heavily on your mind. Suddenly, you are snapped out of your thoughts by the sound of voices. It seems to be coming further down the hallway. With no other option, you head towards them. Maybe it can help you out of this place. It's better than having the company of doors at the very least. The voice became clearer and clearer. You pick up the pieces until eventually you around a corner. Wham! Jingle, jingle. You run directly into something small and colorful. The sound of jingling bell rings out, echo throughout the hallway as you fall backwards onto the carpet. Slightly a daze, you slowly looking up to see a small jester rubbing their eyes in pain. Next to the jester, a person kneels down in concern. Oh, Kinger. Are you okay? How many fingers am I holding? Up. Wait. I am... The chess piece looks down at his own floating hands, his eyes slowly drifting into different directions as beginning to connect them, panicking. He seems rather empty-headed. Oh, good news. Turning out I have 4. The jester slowly stands up, giving himself a brief dust-off. The jester eyes go wide as they focus on you with a full intention. A tension fills in space as you both look at each other. You get the odd feeling that they're about to try and fight you. The jester puts themselves in between you and pieces slowly backs away with them tugging into a... Kinger, we need to get going now. Oh, perhaps they're here to see my insect collection? The jester shakes their head as they continue to step back, not breaking eye contact with you. You step forward, trying to explain your situation. 1 second you were putting on a headset, the next you were talking with a teeth man and everything else. Your head is starting to ache just thinking about it all. You grab it as if you're trying to yank something off. You're starting to yourself, meaning why you can't take it off. Is this even real? A small hand grasps onto your own. You look up to see the jester looking at you with some concern. Hey, it's okay, take it easy, I'm sorry about that. We thought you were one of the NPCs. The reassuring tone in their voices helped to calm you down. You felt you were losing yourself for a second. You're fine, I'm Pomni, by the way, and that's over there is Kinger. Who? Kinger frankly looks behind himself. You stare in sheer bafflement, but Pomni's gaze stays on you. So, what's your name? Trying to answer that, but comes to mind where a name should be. It's just a blank space. Wait, he didn't give you one? She trails off, frowning in thought. Oh man, this is so much to read. Can I hit spacebar? Nope. Okay, I'll just switch hands. Your mouth plays with the sound of new names. It feels right, at least for the time. You're here, Pommy. Well, it's nice to officially meet you, Rookie. Don't call me Rookie. She lets out a small chuckle, however, her face drops down in a frown. She's looking back up at you with a sorrowful expression. Rude. Also, why is there a band-aid on your face? Sorry, you had to end up here at a time like this, but we're really gotta get moving before he finds us. You are confused and asking who she's talking about. Kane, the big teeth guy. You recall your first meeting with him was unexpected despite the chaos. Regarding that, but well, everything he seems harmless, if not incredibly. You fall in the steps beside Pomni and Kinger as they both begin to make their haste down the hall. You asked about what Pomni meant about Kinger finding you. He's upset, unstable, more than usual. It's starting with the little things, a strange glare or mean comment, but now I think he's trying to. Pomni trails off as fidgets with her hand and she snaps back looking at you. But we're trying to find a way to fix him. Kinger thinks there is something up with his base coat. You look over at Kinger, who is currently staring at the bright ceiling lights. You looking down at Pomni skeptically. She lets out an awkward laugh. I don't know what's going on. He's smarter than looks. Trust me, we wonder have gone this far without him. We won't have gone this far without. Pomni smiles weakly as she turns to him as he continues to stare at the light. Pomni, are you seeing these white dots in this light? Them with their plan, you decide to go your own way. I'll probably hit a save. Against your better judgment, you take a deep breath and offering to help King fix them somehow. You don't actually know what the plan is. Perhaps you should have asked that before agreeing. Pomni looks up with a surprise and relief, assuming that she was hoping you would help. I'm glad you wanted to help, especially since you just met us. Thanks. The three of you continue your journey down the various hallways. You notice Pomni eye darting around, trying to find something. She notices you're looking at her. I don't know. Oh, we're keeping an eye out for doors that their key fits into. They appear randomly. Hopefully one of them will lead to Kinger's control room. That's what Kinger thinks anyways. Suddenly there's a loud whack as King smacks his head first into a large door, surprising both of you and Pomni. Kinger, are you okay? I'm not Oak, but the door is. You all stand in front of the large oak wooden door engraved with vines and a weird grinning bubble. That's his office. Pomni lifts up the key attentively into the door keyhole. She pauses and looks back at you. Just do it. This place isn't exactly safe, so be ready for anything. You give her a nod. In confirmation, she turns the key, swinging to open the door. What the flip? Oh, it's the horror room. On the other side of the rather fancy trophy walls with a roaring fire. Comfortably sofa, if would be nice place, so stay if it wasn't for the freaky mountain heads on the walls that glare down at you. Though, strangely, one of them mounted frames doesn't have a head. Instead, just small plastic familiar... A small plate with a familiar name. Pommy rims as she looks up at them, and the hand beginning to fidget even more than before. Well, not the room we're looking for. It could lead us to any ideas. Kinger wanders off to one of the sofas and sits down on it, especially a comfy one. You know, I think this is made with good stuff. He begins to lean back, his body pressed into the pillow of the soft sofa as he lets out a contented sigh. Tommy lets out a sigh as she still fidgets. What is going on? What is their plan here? There's no plan. Well, I suppose it's okay to take a rest for a bit. We can wait a while. Tommy sits down on her own sofa. You see as her whole body loosens as it looks like she's about to pass out. Same. Tommy lets out a sigh. Oh, we can just look at the history and stuff, like the dialogue, if we really want, like, specific details. You ask why they looking so worried. You ask about Pommy's key. Actually, it might be smarter to ask about the key. Oh, Kinger was able to make it earlier to help us access doors that Kane has locked. It seems those serial numbers you put in the active program you bought, well, sometimes you don't need to buy it. Like it's a knowing spark suggesting that pretty much how a normal key works, but digitally. I guess that simplifies the labeling Kinger told there when he was explaining it. Like I said before, the plan is to reach Kane's control room. Hopefully there's something in there we can use to fix the code if even it's still the same there. Is there anything else you wanted to ask? You are about to ask them further when suddenly, wham. Oh, what's up with Kinger? Why is there that eye thing there? You hear the door slam behind you.
Oh no!
Tommy rushes to the door, currently up from me, trying to open it. However, as soon as she enters the key, a loud error sound. I think we have a problem.
Oh no.
The fire roars as the flames blow out the fireplace door. It quickly snuffs out the one warm room is now filled with a sinister dread. You feel a shivering creep down your spine. Oh, I think this one of those sleepovers. You feel the room around begin to rumble and shake as the walls begin to crumble and split open. You hold onto Kinger to keep him upright as Barney eyes you around the room. There has to be there. Pommy points towards the vent on the other side of the room. She races towards it. Oh, well, this is a terrifying image. Straight up nightmare fuel. Well, can I, like, get a screenshot of this? This is kind of cool. The mountain head violently clattered together, their mouths chattering, and a thick vine erupt from behind the freaky vines creature. Their teeth hungrily, their vines twist towards you and Kinger.
I don't know. Some things are just better shared. Anyway, we'll be back.
They're weak to fire, okay? That's why they put out the fire first. So make some fire. You feel Kinger change. You look up and notice his eyes seem more focused. He moves in front of you in a protective stance as he grabs something out of the obstruct trophy decoration wall. Get behind him. Kinger holds it up as it gleams in the darkness, ready to swing down. It's a mache that poofs into a cloud of pixels as soon as it makes contact with the vines. Well, that was a good try, I gotta say. But still, AoE, bro. AoE, best chance. Why does Kinger even have that? Help Pommy move the thick vines aside to enter the vents.
Grab a bag of California walnuts today from your local Ravens.
You rush over to Kinger and you two start to wave your hands around like a weird dance trying to distract the creepy vine. The creepy vine's head stares confused at you two. Suddenly you hear a strange laugh in the distance, almost like the echoes in the back of your mind. You look around trying to locate it. Snap. Suddenly one of the vines lunged on Kinger, trying to chomp him down. He dodges. In the last minute, there must be a way to light the fire again. I need a moment to think. Kinger speeds towards the stuffed out fireplace where some of the Thinker's vines have decided to crawl out from. Her body tells you she's in trouble. She starts stumbling around, her hands shooting towards her head while slowly turning around. Her head is she's wearing a mask, but her neck it's not quite right. The snapping sound from before had that, and Kane replaced Pomni's head with a version of herself as one of the head mounts. I trust Kinger. You have the guilt feeling. Oh wait, I forgot to save. Feeling that maybe you're going to Pommy right now, not be the fastest choice. You follow Kinger as what his plan is. There should be a hidden one somewhere here to control the fireplace. Is that true, or was he just having too much of imagination? Why would there be a button to solve the problem? So they were inside a game. After all, you had almost forgotten. Well, behind Kinger to the fireplace, you begin to hear something at first quiet, but building to a. As you look behind you, the head mounts are slowly but steadily moving towards you, and Kinger jaws dancing like a swarm of hungry piranhas. You go to fight the vines while letting Kinger find the switch. You two keep looking for the switch priorities. Oh, that's a crazy choice. You got like multi-choice here. I think I'm going to go fight. You tell Kinger to find the switch while you hold off the danger that being to loom over you both. At first he hesitates, but reluctantly there is a little time for indecision and quickly agrees. Very well, I'll be quick, just stay safe. He shouts out as you walk running towards the fireplace, leaving you back with the vines. As Kinger begins searching for the switch, you focus on your approaching the vines that is now looking for it. to strike when you least expect it. The cruel and twisted towards you like snacks. You stretch out to grab at a heavy ash shovel and firebrand from the fireplace as a makeshift sword and shield begins to slash at the oncoming vine at the best as you can. You manage to fit few of them at first, but more vines suddenly join the fray, catching your ankles as you look down. The vines suddenly coil around your back, slamming roughly onto the ground as they lift you up. The rest of the vines swoop in, wrapping around your body, and you struggle, trying to get free while the crackling of the closer. Through the chattering, one of the mouth's heads groans through smiling teeth. And have I ever told you how it was my dream to eat all of you? The mounted bony head opens its mouth into an impossible wide, quickly enveloping your face with a searing of cartoonish sound, chopping, blinking, blinding you to your surroundings. Unable to see or call out through the mounted heads that envelop you, the last muffled thing you hear as you drag off by the vines is a confused and scared Kinger. He calls out for you. Snap. You have been dragged far away from everything. A snapping sound can be heard, and suddenly the vines around you let you go. You open your eyes and find yourself on a soft surface, almost like a big white pillow. You realize with a dread the drag you flung yourself onto a giant gloved hand and a pair of colorful eyes where you look straight at you. There you are. I told you not to leave. Now did I? He's and hand deep in throat. You are new around here, so I might not be as hard on you. His giant tooth head gets suddenly closer to his big eyes, not letting you go. But you have to learn to listen. It's dangerous out here without me. Now let's put you somewhere safe now. I kinda don't like this. I'm gonna put a save on this dialogue for now. I'm gonna go back. Whoops. Tommy Bay still hears Chop catching unaware, talking at you. As Tommy suddenly bites down on you with that. Last thing you hear is a confused scream of Kinger who hand had been around bricks of the fireplace trying to look for something. Tommy with your teeth. King, but his body looks deformed. Menacing in multitude arms, his arm crawl and his face towards you three. Now that I've got ending left-handed. Oh, that was an ending? You keep looking for the switches as a priority. You follow Kinger in the fireplace. You two start looking for the opposite switch, trying to ignore the vines approaching. You do not. Just as Kinger does, he feels around the bricks and hopes to find him, but vines start wrapping around your ankle, pulling you at your body. Found it! You hear the vines screech as they begin to singe as they burn and turn to ash. The rest of the vines retreat. I love that. Pomni, who was tumbling closer to you to stop moving, and her ugly face starts melting off, revealing her real face as she gasps from breath. What happened? The metal heads also begin to melt, the sound of chattering teeth slowly clattering to the floor. There remains.
Mommy, I gave it to
Kinger
her.
rushed you both away from the dim light, noticing how it...
What don't?
And again,
Don't.
we have to keep moving. Come on. There's 3
I'm eating a
towards the
plum.
fence to leave their...
Mommy still has some plums.
Nah. You 3 have gotten out
You
of
want
trouble for
plums?
now. Don't miss a beat at leaving that place behind. You travel through the darkness and intervene glitches unfinished.
You left
After
me
a
with
long
not
while,
many.
Tommy shouts out at you 2, trailing behind. I see a light. Let's see where we find. With a big push of her whole body, she
And then you
takes the
finished your
vent
chili then.
grid down and crawls out. You 3 start at the most bizarre space you have seen so far, a strange unfinished area, or maybe another of King's tricks, a void with so many doors everywhere. So many doors everywhere. Such a beautiful lit place for my insect collection. Ending, the doors of the void. Fairchild in the looking room has vanished, leaving you in the middle of the figure lights. Kindergarten ending. That's awesome. Start. Is this all the game is now?
Boo.
Go left towards some big screen door. So yeah, this is a demo, by the way. So they don't have all endings, but they have half of them. There was a missing piece inside the box, yet the game seems to not have any sense anywhere. You put out the board, displaying it on the ground, and try to pass some time. After a while, you already bored. Not even the intersection where any help with the box opens in front of you. You take a deep breath. Everything was quiet. Wow. How is the game going, honey pops? Bees to see you still hanging right here where I left you. He has broken the silence with a loud pop, and all the board pieces have gone flying all over the floor. With a snap of his fingers, the board and pieces vanish from view. Where were we? Oh yes, you need a name. The tour around. You question him about the other players inside the circus, and he gives you a cautious look and waves on his hand to brush it off. They're all fine, just resting after a great adventure. Don't worry, you will get to meet them. Kings offers you his hand too, but first, a tour just for you. A great welcome is needed, and a name. Just come with me. He grabs your swiftly lifts you up in air beside him. Game over. Kane looks back at you, a big grin on his face while you two fly above the circus tent. Oh, I'm so glad that you are here. It's nice to have a friendly new face around. We are going to have such a fun time, so much fun together. His new favorite. Okay, that just leads to that ending. Let's flip it up again. What do you know about Cain? You ask Cain. The queen eye widened when mentioning his name. You speak of a mad-teeth god that bores his world existence, but matters not, for he still shall become a Glockenqueen in due time, like everything else. The Glockenqueen stares past you as if she is seeing this future unfold between her very eyes. Is rather disconcerting to you. You take the moment to slowly crawl away through the vents.
Feeling addiction gets between you and what you love. Works like this double-K fail. Recovery, double-K quick counseling, and psychosocial support treats moderate to severe opioid addiction in adults started on oral dose.
It's obvious. They haven't been great around here. Cain's games have been pretty creative with how they kill us. Oh, that's what's going on. So this demo's about that. Crazy. It took me a while to figure that one out. I think I'm just more of that type of person that just goes forward with things and just, yeah, that. Okay, thing that wraps up this demo so far, but it's really fun. You guys can check it out on itch.io for yourself. Oh man, it's crazy though. Fun. Crazy fun though. Oh man.